In the pre-draft process, many of us knew Tyler Shough as that one guy from that one infamous Combine clip, which doesn't exactly paint him in the best light. A lot of other people know him from some memes that came out about particularly disappointing and honestly quite comedic moments on the field during his time at Louisville. However, the second-round pick just managed to cement himself as the first Saints rookie quarterback to win a game since 1981. And as they upset their divisional rival, the Carolina Panthers, Shuck honestly looked great. It might have been obvious for those who watched film past a couple of really bad lowlights and to those who considered Shuck's physical profile. He's a 6'4" gunslinger with a powerful arm and good touch. When you put it like that, it seems really obvious that he's a successful pro. Shuck is a longtime college player that has battled through tons of adversity. Part of the reason I think the Saints wanted to draft him was because of his experience and his time spent developing. Shuck possesses a lot of NFL-style traits, and we can see that in how he maneuvers the pocket. When I think of Shuck, I point towards the example of a high-floor quarterback. This is a move that has paid off pretty great so far for New Orleans, and it has been a very interesting story to follow. I guess the drama here comes with how this might conflict with Spencer Rattler. The Saints now have two young quarterbacks that both have promise, and while Rattler certainly has his issues, and we are only in Shuck's second career start, there is a lot on the table to arrange going forward in New Orleans. What I think anyone rational has started to piece together is that the issue regarding the quarterback position does not have to do with in-house talent, but what they manage to do surrounding that going forward. Now, on a quick side note, one thing about this channel and us, we are never afraid to correct our mistakes. Despite us doubling down 1,000 times over about Cam Ward, which, shameless plug, you can check our most recent video out if that sounds interesting to you, when we are wrong, we always admit it, and we were wrong about both Rattler and Shuck. When news that Rattler was being benched first broke to the internet, personally, I was worried about continuity. A young quarterback was not playing awful in a really bad situation, so when I found out that he was being benched, I was concerned. Obviously, the Saints struggled to move the ball and put points on the board, but to me, Rattler's play wasn't detrimental or a contributing factor in those struggles. So in that sense, bringing in another quarterback in the second round of the draft, originally it didn't make that much sense. I would have rather seen them add weapons or talent to help build a situation around him, but the Saints decided to take a gamble on the safe option. They welcomed a QB battle, which has ended up furthering both parties. On one hand, by bringing in Shuck after attempts at a fire sale, trading guys like Rashid Shaheed, you don't exactly harm Rattler as much as you would have if this happened during the opening weeks to the season. He had learning opportunities and got familiar with the speed of NFL play, showing improvements from his pretty woeful rookie campaign. However, Rattler wasn't perfect, and while it's unfair to pin the Saints' offensive woes on him entirely, bringing in Shuck not only serves to evaluate the supporting cast, but also provides an alternative to Rattler that may help figure out what the next move is. Chris Olave looked amazing, and while certainly the Saints have some assurance now over their decision not to field offers for him, while his number of targets was at a low, his production reached a high because of Shuck's ability to push the ball down the field that maybe Rattler isn't capable of doing right now. On that note, my biggest takeaway about Shuck's play is his ability to throw receivers open, or at least give them a chance to make a play. It's a trait that I think is slowly becoming rarer for NFL quarterbacks coming out of college. It might be one of the reasons why I think older players seem to appease a lot more GMs lately. Many of the times Rattler was so focused on throwing to who's open and not throwing interceptions that he'd check down and play an ultra-conservative brand of football that doesn't really move the chains and ends in a punt anyways. It's a problem that you see in Justin Fields right now especially. If you have a talented receiver on your team that you believe in, sometimes you just have to have faith that they are capable of rising to the occasion. Chris Olave's biggest problem in the league so far has been his inconsistency. But if Shuck can maintain his composure under center, I'm pretty confident that there's going to be a lot more to come from the former first-round pick. Another bright spot was Alvin Kamara, and honestly, he's been one of my favorite NFL players since he came into the league, so I'm not wasting an opportunity to talk about him. The Saints aren't my personal favorite team or anything, I just really love Alvin Kamara, and one of those reasons is his versatility, which was totally on display against the Panthers. He managed to rack up 83 rushing yards on 22 attempts, as well as 3 catches for 32 receiving yards. Devin Neal was also an emerging talent in this game, and he was the subject of our very first video on the channel. The Saints are totally set at the running back position, and Devin Neal is almost a baby Alvin Kamara in some sense. It is going to be very fun watching him develop alongside this team. Something that has been limiting them though is their offensive line play. Kelvin Banks was an absolutely smash hit success pick, and he's going to anchor the offensive line well at left tackle for many years to come. But anyone who says that this isn't an area of improvement would definitely be lying. The biggest hole is currently on the interior part of the line, and I hope that they can manage to strengthen this throughout the draft or maybe even in free agency. Shuck managing to play so well in light of all of these issues is a really big source of light regarding the team's offense going forward, because it's an area where most quarterbacks would struggle immensely. Something that will prove really useful about the two quarterback situation that is currently unfolding is its usage as a long-term solution to the current dead cap situation. The Saints have an opportunity to build up a roster and work around their financial struggles because these two players are on cheap rookie contracts, and they can start working towards a window that will allow them to seriously compete. Now, don't get it twisted. There's still a lot of development that has to take place between now and then for the Saints to reach that point, but something that gives me a lot of faith and confidence is that they had one of the best draft classes this year. Danny Stutzman has shown promise and was a fantastic addition to help replace the aging Demario Davis, who, as struggles continue, will likely take a bit more of a backseat to allow the rookie more game time. Something to be said about the NFL in general is the importance of drafting well. Right now, my favorite player in the upcoming class is Arvell Reese out of OSU, but with the Saints pretty secure at linebacker, it seems rather inevitable that my second favorite player, Ruben Bain Jr., will fall to them. And that is something I am extremely excited for. Look, this might not be as complex or multifaceted as PFF's draft boards and grading scales, but my new way of evaluating more and more college athletes is by assigning them the label of obviously good football player. And that is a category that both Bain and Reese fall into. They are the type of players where you don't really have to think twice about whether or not they're going to be good at the next level. It's a very simple, straightforward thought process. Bain absolutely has the talent to completely revitalize this defense if he ends up wearing gold and black. There's a lot of uncertainty about Chase Young, for example, and many players on this defense, so adding an anchor like this is a huge benefit that the Saints will get a lot out of. Case in point, what you'll find in New Orleans over the next couple of years is a chance to totally rebuild this team. Shuck's performance has ignited a fire in fans that I'm sure can be felt on an organizational level. It's definitely too early to cement anything and give the former Louisville quarterback a gold jacket, but as the Saints find themselves with an opportunity to build around talent, it seems like things are finally looking up in the right direction. Thanks for watching another video here on DNA Sports. If this was interesting, make sure to check out our other content and let us know your thoughts in the comments as you like and subscribe. Turn notifications on so you don't miss a single upload, and we'll see you in the next one.